So today you're going to be working with your EcoJar groups on this assignment that's called the Climatogram data. You are going to be graphing and then finding physical conditions, flora and fauna for 6 different biomes. Now remember, a biome is a larger area with similar plant, animal, and climatic conditions. There's a couple biomes listed for you out down below here on this first page. The tundra is one, the taiga is one, the rainforest, deciduous forest, grasslands, and desert. What you've been given on this first page is you've been given the temperature in degrees Celsius over the course of a year. These are averaged monthly temperatures. So like this J is for January, F is for February, M is for March, so on and so forth. And you've also been given the amount of precipitation in centimeters for each of those months as well. I'm going to ask you to graph this data on this next page here. Now on this page here, you have 6 graphs for your 6 different biomes. You are going to use a line graph for the temperature, and note that the temperature scale is on the right side of the y-axis over here. And you're going to use bar graphs for the precipitation, and notice that the scale for the bar graph for precipitation is over here on the left side of the y-axis. And then down here along the bottom, the x-axis is where you'll have your months. So again, you're going to do a line graph for the temperature, and then a bar graph for the precipitation. You're going to graph all 6 of these biomes. When you are done with that, you're going to cut these out, like physically use scissors to cut these out. And then you are going to also then, on this third page, you are going to find a physical conditions, a flora, and a fauna for each biome. So each of these 6 biomes has one physical conditions that explains it. And then the flora is the plant life. Each of the biomes has one set of flora that describes the plants that live there. And each of the biomes has one fauna that describes the animals that live there. So you're going to cut out all of these. There should be 18 of them. Cut them out. And you are then going to match them up and organize them in this form that I have here on this slide. So what you're going to do is you're going to put them in order from the same that they were on that first page: tundra, taiga, rainforest, deciduous forest, grassland, desert. Beneath the tundra, you're going to put the graph, and then immediately beneath that, you're going to put the physical conditions. Then immediately beneath that, you'll put the flora. Then immediately beneath that, you'll put the fauna, and you'll do that same order: graph, physical conditions, flora, fauna for all of the other ones. And I do want them in this order because it makes it easier for me to grade. What you're going to do is you're going to use, over in the corner of the room, you'll see the big rolls of chart paper. You're going to rip off a piece of paper and cut it to size so that it works for you. And you are going to then attach your graph, your cutout physical conditions, your cutout flora, your cutout fauna. You can use tape to attach it. You can use staples. You can use glue sticks. There's a couple glue sticks that are out as well. You're going to attach those in this order, this format, to that chart paper. The last thing that you're going to do is on the last 2 pages, I've given you some example graphs that have, again, the temperature and the line graph and the precipitation and the bar graph. You're going to look up these locations and you're going to tell me the name of the biome that they're in. They may not be the same 6 biomes that are listed on the first page. There are more than 6 biomes, so you might come up with a different biome, and that's totally fine. So you're going to look up and, like, say, for example, you come up with Grand Rapids and you think it's a tropical rainforest. It's not a tropical rainforest, but if you thought it was, you would write tropical rainforest right here. And then you're going to do that for all of the graphs on this page and all of the graphs on the next page. The goal is to complete this hour. If you do not finish it, it's okay. You can just put your materials over in the lab station. Just find a space that's open and set them there, and we'll finish it tomorrow. But split up the work amongst your group. There are 3 or 4 of you in your group, so split up who's doing what, and turn it in when you're done.